got to the lobby and I said to myself, listen, Gail, you haven't been in therapy for 6 years to wind up shooting your best friend. You haven't been in therapy for 6 years without learning that some deep anxiety must lie behind her insane aggression. So I relaunched myself, telling myself as I mount the penitential stair, this is a cry for help. I have to help. I have to help Marie. This is the last thing I do. In fact, the other day, I discussed you both with Finkelstein.
You discussed us with Finkelstein?
I discussed everything with Finkelstein.
And why exactly were you discussing us?
I forbid you to discuss me with that jerk.
You're in no position to forbid me anything.
Why were you discussing us?
I knew your relationship was under a strain, and I wanted Finkelstein to explain.
And what did he say?
He said something kind of amusing.
They're allowed to give their opinions.
No, they never give their opinions. But this time he did give his opinion. He even made a gesture, and he never makes a gesture. He's always so cold. Sometimes I say to him, why don't you just move around for a bit?
All right, what did he say?
Who cares what he said?
What did he say?
What possible interest could we have in what he said?
I want to know what he said, all right?
You want to know?
You took notes?
I wrote it down because it was complicated, and I wanted to make sure I had it right. Should I read it to you?
Go on.
If I'm who I am, because I'm who I am, and you're who you are, because you're who you are, then I'm who I am, and you're who you are. If, on the other hand, I'm who I am, because you're who you are, and you're who you are, because I'm who I am, then I'm not who I am, and you're not who you are.
How much do you pay this man?
$400 twice a week.
Great. You're very lucky to be getting the benefit of this man's experience.
Absolutely. We'd really appreciate if you'd make a copy for us.
Oh, yes, it's bound to come in handy.
Wrong. It's very profound.
If it's because of him you've come back here to turn the other cheek, you should be grateful to him. He's taken away your ability to assert yourself, but you're happy. That's all that counts.
And all this because she doesn't want to believe I like your Andreas.
I don't care what you think of it, either of you.
You know, the more I see of it, the more I like it, honest.
Let's stop talking about the painting, shall we? Once and for all, I have no further interest in discussing it.
Why are you so touchy?
I'm not touchy, Marie. You told us what you think, fine. The subject is closed.
Let's go eat.
Why don't you two go off together?
No, it's so rare that the three of us are together.
Just as well by the look of it.
I don't understand what's going on. Can't we just calm down? There's no reason to insult each other, especially over a painting.
You realize all this calm down is just adding fuel to the fire.
I will not be undermined.
Very impressive. Maybe I should go to the Finkel Zone.
Oh, you can't. There are no vacancies. What's that you're reading?
Cashews.
I've given in to the logic of events. Marriage, children, death, stationary. What else can happen? I've just seen a mouse go by.
It's a rat.
A rat?
It comes and goes.
You have a rat?
Yes.
Something must have happened to make you this demented.
I bought a work of art which makes Marie uncomfortable.
You're starting again. You're in a downward spiral, both of you. You can't stop yourselves. It's like me and Colette, the most pathological relationship you could imagine.
Who's Colette?
My stepmother!
Oh, you haven't mentioned her for a while.
Don't worry about me. Just carry on with your conversation.
Easier said than done.
You might squeeze out a word of compassion, but no.
Marie, I don't mind your spending time with your husband, Paul. I don't resent your being with Paul.
You have no reason to resent him.
But you resent me, I was about to say, for being with the Entreos.
Yes,
I'm missing something here.
I didn't replace you with Paul.
Are you saying I replaced you with the Entreos?
Yes, with the Entreos and everything it implies.
Yvette, do you understand what she's talking about?
No, but I couldn't care less. You're both insane.
In my time, you'd never have bought that picture.
What's that supposed to mean in your time?
The time when you made a distinction between me and other people, when you judged things by my standards.
Was there such a time?
And if Yvette hadn't turned into such a sponge, she'd back me up.
Oh, keep going, keep going. It's just water off a duck's back.
There was a time you were proud to be my friend. You congratulated yourself on my being a maverick, on my taste for standing apart. You enjoyed exhibiting me, untamed to your circle. You, whose life was so normal. I was your alibi. But eventually, I suppose, that kind of affection dries up.
If I understand correctly, you were my mentor. And if I loved you as my mentor, what were your feelings for me?
Well, you can guess.
Yes, but I want to hear you say it.